Hello, friends. Welcome back to Full Bore Silver. Now, that was the close that we needed on silver and gold. Both roaring. Silver up 7.76% on the close, 84.62. Gold breaching 5,100. We're back, baby. Incredible earnings week. We had Anglo Gold Ashanti report this morning, and it even missed the ridiculous estimates that were set by the clown shows at JP Morgan and Bloomberg, sell-side analysts. They kicked it out of the park, though. Gross profit up 543% year over year. Net income up 415% year over year. Now, Newmont reported Thursday night revenue $5.38 billion, up 17% year over year. Gross profit $2.6 billion, up 79%. Net income $1.83 billion, up 99%. And what did they do? They smashed it after hours. Now, after hours markets, they're all fake and gay, so don't worry about that. But they did bring it down again, 2.5% today. It's a gift. It's an opportunity. I legged into more. I recommended a friend do so. You can still trade in extended hours here. But I mean, ridiculous. Every single one of these miners that's reporting, they're firing on all cylinders. They're selling into a super strong demand-driven market with supply side deficits. This is just great to see. We had First Majestic up 11% today, Hecla up 5.4%, Pan American Silver up almost 6%, Fortuna on real strong earnings, also 12.5% up, Core up 2.5%, Lundin, which I failed to mention the other day, reported, again, excellent earnings. It's a broken record profit, record cash flow. They're mining a commodity that the world is after. So Lundin up 11%. Endeavor, which reports next week on Friday, 227, up 6.27%. Guanajuato, one of the tiny little prospectors we've talked about a little bit, they were just named a top performer on the Toronto Stock Exchange. It's 55 cents a share. They were up 18% today. So you got a few pennies lying around in the penny jar. You might want to take a flyer on Guanajuato. It's mentioned highly by Rick Rule, I believe, as well. Centerra Gold, I've never even heard of the company. They crushed. They're up. Let's see. El Dorado beat on top and bottom line, and they were punished today, down 10%. Makes no sense. There's no correlation with these Wall Street traders with reality. I legged into some when I saw that 10% drawdown. That is a solid company. Now, next week, we have Energy Fuels, which is more of the rare earth, uranium type play. That's on Friday, 227. Buenaventura reports on Thursday, 226. I do have stake in Buenaventura. As we said before, Endeavor EXK reports next Friday, 227. Fresnillo reports the week after on 3/3. So this is just super exciting to see. You know, Newmont, it was punished. I mean, they smashed earnings. Again, gross profit up 79%, net income up 99%. Down 2.5%, we legged into more. So this is exactly the close and the momentum we needed. You know, they were predicting that these markets would be smashed because you didn't have Big Brother China there to monitor these markets. But truth be told, Wall Street, they often do the exact opposite of what all the talking heads predict. Also, we've seen beyond Jiming, probably a proxy for Chinese government or industry leveraging huge shorts to try to bring Chinese silver markets down, probably so they can accumulate more for their industrial use. So that was not a factor this week. The smash down really never happened, and now we're closing up 7.76% on silver. It is beautiful to see. We're going to monitor that. A lot of world events going on, a lot of stuff that we can't control, but what you can control is your local politics, your community, your preparedness. We've talked about this before. You should definitely be training, be right in the head, get right with God if you're a person of faith. have your stored food, your water, your lead slingers, your first aid. Have your skills. You should be polishing your skills. You should aim to try to get a little bit better every single day. If you only get 1% better every single day, you're 365% better by the end of the year. Kind of what we strive to do. And I know Aaron at Texas Silver and JB, Jeremiah Babe, over on his awesome channel, both just hammer this nonstop. So many Americans are completely stagnant. They're fat, they're lazy, they're completely tuned out. They're like this with their phone when they're walking around. Don't be that person. Don't be a lemming. Don't be a robot. Be the strong American that you were born to be, and be self-reliant and have a great community of like-minded people that feel the same way. I built that community in Texas, and I'm so grateful for my friends and the community that I built down here. And so I would encourage you to try to cultivate that. In furtherance of that, just went and did early voting here in Texas, and tuning out from all the federal nonsense and the pedophilic reptiles and the wars and everything else. We have a gubernatorial race in Texas, among others. Abbott and his lieutenant, Dan Patrick, are on the ballot. These two scoundrels had betrayed Texas. They opened the border. They did nothing. They locked the state down in 2020. They're trying. If Abbott gets another term, Texas is going to turn into a suburb of Bangalore or Bombay. I mean, it's ridiculous. He gets huge contributions from the people that built Colony Ridge down by Houston, just a huge community for illegals. He's a terrible, terrible choice. I'd urge you to vote for Doc Pete Chambers. He's an amazing man. I met him in Dripping Springs. Ex-Green Beret, ex-combat medic, several tours, ex-flight surgeon, brilliant guy. Go check out one of his speeches on YouTube. This is the man that we need to save Texas. So I voted for Doc Pete Chambers, and I urge you to as well. There are also some important referendums on the ballot. Among other things, if you're aware, the billionaire Kyle Bass out of Dallas has teamed up with Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan to steal all the water, not all of it, but most of it. I believe it's either 16 or 60 billion gallons. It is basically the largest reservoir, underground aquifer, I should say, in East Texas. And what they want to do is take all of that water out of East Texas and use it for cooling purposes at all these ridiculous AI and data centers. And the ranchers and the farmers out in East Texas are livid about this. Not enough people know about it, but there was a proposal on the ballot to stop that, to stop the sale of Texas water to criminal outfits like JP Morgan and the clients that they represent. Also on the ballot was property taxes, phasing out and stopping the increase of property taxes. We pay some of the highest property taxes in the country that just go to waste, fraud, and abuse in this state. That has to be eliminated. We don't have a fighting chance. People can't afford homes as it is, much less paying $15,000, $20,000 a year in property taxes that do absolutely nothing. There was another ballot for Texas Republicans to stop appointing left-wing Democrats to leadership positions in the Texas state legislature. You'd think this would be sort of a foregone conclusion, but it's not. We are ruled by Bush-type Republicans here in Texas. These guys are a bunch of scumbags. It's people like Greg Abbott. It's people like Dan Crenshaw, Gil up in Dallas. He's a bootlicker too. They can all go. They can hit the bricks. Get the hell out of here. And stop appointing these idiotic Democrats like Gene Wu and the rest of these people that the state turns out. We have some of the worst politicians in the country in this state. You look at Greg Caesar. You look at the Soros DA Garza in Austin. I mean, these people are absolute clowns, and the Republicans really aren't that much better. They also want to end entitlements to illegal aliens. Yes, we give hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars to illegals in this state. Rip the Band-Aid off. No more, baby. We don't have enough money. I think we are a net green state, a positive cash flow situation, unlike a lot of the Yankee states. But this is ridiculous that these people get any money for breaking the law to come here. The other one was ending the trans education in schools. Kids can't do math. They can't do anything. They can't read, write, spell. Look at the little LeBron James schools down in Houston. What a joke. Uh, I don't think there's enough hours in the day for these green haired, septum pierced, left wing teachers to be teaching about sexuality to kids. Why don't you try teaching them a little bit of geometry first? How about that? And there was the last one. I'm not sure if I agree with this one. It wants to ban Sharia law in Texas. I think some of the feminists, some of the lesbian poets in Austin could use a little Sharia law. So I'm not sure where I fall on that one. But anyway, that is your update, end of the week update. What an awesome week. I'm going to go build some more chicken coops. We've got the green lights lit up in the cabana because it was a beautiful green day. It's a great day to be alive. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing Full Bore Silver. We will talk to you soon.